I'm especially excited for this episode because and maybe others might not know where this is, and that's okay. But Brenda actually lives in my town, like where I live in Collinsville, Oklahoma, USA, which is pretty cool. Yay, go Cardinals.
Yay!
That is especially cool. So I'm excited about this today, our episode. And so, oh, first of all, right off the bat, Brenda, why? I mean, I think I'm pretty sure that I know, and I've known for a while, but why the name on Instagram? What is Beefy BBB all about?
Yeah, yeah,
What's your
okay.
handle about?
Yeah. So, the last few years, I have been a member of Team Beef in Oklahoma, and it is a group of runners or athletes, I should say, that really just kind of promote eating beef. Beef is a great source of protein. It's got a lot of great nutrients, and myself, my family, we have our own cattle too, so we're kind of partial to that as
Oh,
well.
awesome.
And so it's really my husband's gig, but I'm partly there. I tease with him, but nonetheless, yeah. So it's a passion for our family. It's an important meal source for us, and Team Beef is a group of, like I said, athletes. We promote eating beef. We promote that's a great resource or nutrient that we should eat, and it fuels our body. So I'm fueled by beef, and so I like to share about that.
Awesome. Awesome. Nice. That's amazing. How long have you been with them?
I think I'm coming on my fourth year.
Okay.
Actually, no, I should say sixth year because it happened during the pandemic. I started in
Mm.
2020, and my goal was, they're uh, promoting races. We have a jersey to wear, and you usually see me out there wearing my Team Beef jersey, and so just promoting in that space. But yeah, it started in 2020. I joined the team, and it was kind of a quiet year. I had anticipated on doing some races that year, and of course, the world shut down, and so we really had to to,
Right.
to find our own way.
Yeah, those were the days of like running on treadmills, right? In your
Mhm.
garage or something like that, or just on your street.
Yes, yes.
Right?
No races, no medals, no
Yeah,
no bibs,
exactly.
nothing.
Right. That's awesome. So if somebody happens to be in Oklahoma, well, our neck of the woods, I know we have listeners that are not here, they do not stay in Oklahoma or not live in Oklahoma, but how would they get connected with Team Beef?
Yeah, so you can sign up online, just on Team Beef Oklahoma. If you go to that page, there's also a lot of great resources that are out, just Oklahoma beef in general, talking about different recipes that you can use. There's just so many different ways that you can use beef incorporated in your meals, easy meals, and depending on what your needs are. But yeah, there are a lot of great resources. They even my family, our beef is just really for our family, but there are many farmers out there that are listed where you could purchase local beef that is certified and sanctioned by Team Beef or Oklahoma Beef, and so it's a great way to just get more familiar with what's available, and supporting local too along the way.
Yeah, awesome. That's amazing. I might have to check that out.
Yeah, absolutely
Maybe I
do.
can I can get on Team Beef.
Yep,
Um,
do it. Come on.
all right. So what's going on with you? What did you just complete running wise, and do you have anything coming up?
So yeah, I'm kind of in a pivotal spot right now. I'm recovering from an injury that I had sustained this year, which I tore my meniscus in May. And so I had been chasing 50 states to do a half marathon in all 50 states. And so that was essentially
That's awesome.
what I was working on. And Just this last weekend, I hit the road again, running. My doctor cleared me. This was my first week back and doing some interval running, and I did the Tulsa run, just the 5K this time around. But it was a little humbling to get out there. This time last year, I was doing the 15K and I PR'd it, so it really did kind of stink.
Right.
Humbling, I should say. It's just knowing where I was at this time last year versus where I'm at now, and how the recovery process just really tests your patience and motivation to keep going. But yeah, I'm hopeful to get back to that goal. It hasn't left me. I still have that passion to get back out there. A little delay to get there, but
Yeah.
nonetheless, it'll come. It'll come.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's get, I was going to save that for later, but let's get
Okay.
into that. Let's talk about, because I was sidelined for like a couple months this year, and I had goals, like certain number of miles to get, like races to run, and it just derails everything. So talk about
Yeah.
like, I don't know, what was your whole like psyche, like mental like process to kind of like get through it? Because I know for me, like mentally, it was like, man, like um, I thought, and I'm kind of this type of person anyway, unfortunately. Like I think of, the worst things, like what if I can never run again? I was thinking like, okay, well, I'll do races, but I'll just, because I've seen the fast walkers,
Mhm.
like people that just walk it really super fast, like probably
Yeah.
as fast as I run my normal pace. But I said, to myself, maybe I'll just walk races. Like if I can't, if this keeps me from running again. So talk about like the mental aspect and how you dealt with that, how you got through that, all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a challenge. Yeah, I was in denial at the very beginning. My friends will tell you, I'm limping around, nursing this injury, trying to continue to meet my goals while knowing that there's probably something wrong with my knee, but not really for sure. But I kept pushing myself because obviously I want to meet these goals. And so, once I realized that there was really some damage there, that I had to stop. My body was telling me I have to stop. It just crushed me, honestly. It is really hard to stop. I was training. I had a good training routine. I had a good routine in general as far as running and things like that. And so, not being able to walk. I mean, my meniscus was torn. I was in a little thing that, kept my legs straight for six weeks. And it is absolutely humbling, the not being able to walk, not to be able to do the regular things, a traditional shower and going in and out to restaurants and various things on crutches. And then just even now, at the race last weekend, I did, the Tulsa run, and it was just really hard to, I mean, it's hard to see other runners running their best, and me knowing that, oof, I was there. I want to wear a sign that says I'm in recovery. I'm trying to get back to it, but it's just one of those things. It really does play with your mental psyche, and running is what always got me out of that mental funk. If I could feel
Mm.
that there was, um I needed to move. I needed that magic movement, if you will, because
Right.
once I hit, out there, it really does change your mind. And so not being able to do that absolutely was, it crushed me. It really did. And still to this day, I'm not obviously where I was this time last year. And I'm balancing that. I'm balancing being okay with where I'm at, trying to be okay with where I'm at, as well as recognizing that this is okay and this is enough. And that's a super hard conversation to have with yourself.
Yeah, and of course, like and speaking, just keeping it real and being transparent, like it's, yeah, mentally, you know it's exhausting, and it's a battle. um you hit on something that I want to talk about just briefly. You were there. I know you do like you do a lot of half marathons, correct?
Yeah, yeah,
Right. So you said that you were there, and I feel like this like running thing, this running journey is so like up and down. But how talk about like the whole like progress thing, and then like once you got injured, I mean, it obviously derails you. So like the setback, because I think for me, I was just like, man, am I going to get back to where I was? Like, am I going to, like that sort of thing.
yeah. No, I mean that is absolutely what's going on in my mind. I'm testing my patience, because knowing that I'm not as fast or I don't have the endurance that I had before, and there is pain there, right? I'm trying to strengthen that knee back. I'm trying to get back into a rhythm. It's hard to it's sometimes hard to want to do those things because I know it's going to be a tough journey. Again, I'm having to go back and do some soul searching of, and I know this is a passion of mine. I know long distance running, it's what clears my mind. It's what keeps me sane. And trying to remember that I can get back there, or I won't. And honestly, understanding that in myself, and it's not a one and done conversation. It's an absolute regular conversation I have to have with myself every morning. I try to plan my day, and I'm a planner. I'm very particular about making sure I'm like, where's my route, how far am I going, how long am I going, whatever it is. I'm always looking forward to that. With my Garmin, there's all these little tools that you can
Right.
utilize, all the little geeky gadgets that I try to utilize to get my running going. But so I try to plan some things and have expectations. And that's a very hard, again, it's a hard conversation to have with myself, to recognize, oh, if you're not quite there yet, but I'm okay with that. And if I just can show up and be consistent with this journey, with this recovery journey, and understanding that it looks different this year. There might be a lot more walking, and like you said, it's okay to walk. It's okay to take a step back and slow down. And honestly, it was actually nice to see Tulsa in a slower pace this last weekend, taking it all in and being grateful to just be out there amongst the running community, because you know how inspiring it is. You see everyone all the
Yes, for
time.
sure.
Everyone is entirely supportive, regardless
Mhm.
of your pace, regardless of what's going on. It really
Right.
is a community that is all inclusive. It really is, and it's a part of the reason why I love it so much.
Right. Yes, totally agree. So I know you couldn't, I mean, that's a pretty like major injury, but was there a time where you're like, okay, I can push through this? Maybe in the beginning when you felt, you know, the knee not doing well or something, or the soreness, was there a time where you like, okay, it's fine. I can just push through it? Because I feel
Yeah,
like runners do that too. It's like, oh, it's fine.
yeah,
I'll take
yeah.
some ibuprofen. It'll be fine.
I'm telling I ice baths, all of the things. I didn't realize that it was torn. And
Right.
I went to Indianapolis. I had planned a double half marathon weekend where I was again chasing 50 states. And so I headed up to Indianapolis. I took a solo trip by myself. I generally go with my girls or my family or something along those lines, to incorporate a family vacation into a running vacation,
Right.
right? And so I head to Indianapolis to do the race that goes on the track, the Indy 500, which is a 2 mile loop, which was amazing. But I head up there, and I have this torn meniscus, and I'm walking around the town and taking in the sights of Indianapolis, which was beautiful. It was a great, great town. They do a great job for this race. Very, very supportive.
Shout out to Indianapolis.
Shout out to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so, um, I ran that half marathon, and I had planned on going to Kalamazoo the next day to run there in Michigan.
Mhm.
And after the race, I was having trouble walking, and I was like, "Oh, it's just, it's just soreness. I just ran a half marathon. It's gonna
Yeah.
be fine. I'm gonna ice it. I'm gonna take some ibuprofen, maybe a few beers afterwards to
Right.
So
Yeah.
let's try to get it going." And so I head to Michigan, and I wake up that next morning in Michigan ready to do my race, and I could barely walk across the uh, the hotel room to just get ready for that day. And I was like, okay, something serious is here. Because I was anticipating walking that second half marathon because it was a full marathon going on at the same time, and I'm like, I can just walk it, be fine. I'll get my medal. It'll be done. But I couldn't even fathom just walking it. So I took myself to urgent care and still in denial, and then full tears once I'm starting to get the information that, I'm
Right.
not I'm missing this race for one. I traveled, all the way from Oklahoma to Michigan, and this is my first time to not be able to start a race. So just all of those emotions, all of those feelings, and I did end up going to the race thinking, oh, maybe it'll help me to like cheer some of the runners on.
Mhm.
That wasn't very helpful. I had
That didn't
FOMO,
help
had
you at
major
all.
FOMO. I wanted to be there. I wanted to be amongst the community. But yeah, absolute denial. You do all of the tricks and tips, the biofreeze, all the things. I'm like, I'm healing myself up. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. But it wasn't fine. And even now, Route 66 is at the end of the month, and it's still on my calendar. It's still a possibility. It's on the possibility board. It may or may not happen, but again, it may just be a walk. It maybe just, I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
We'll see
Yeah. I
how
mean,
how it
the
ends.
5K again, maybe.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, that's an
Oh,
option,
yeah.
right?
For sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah.
Um, so what motivates you? What gets you going? How did this running, well, let's back up. How did this running journey start for you? And why
Yeah.
did it start for you?
Yeah, okay. That takes me way back. So, I was doing a fitness class with some girls from work, and Zumba, if you've ever heard of that, dancing fitness, right? It's
Yes.
very, very, very fun. And as a Latina, I love that as well. So it did jive with me. But
Mhm.
there was a couple of nights a week that they didn't attend Zumba, and I was asking them what else did they do, and they had joined a running club. And actually, it was a running club here, local at Runner's World. They
Mm.
were offering it, and so I joined with them. I was like, well, hey, I want to try. I want to see what this running is all about. And so I joined that running club. And it was a couple nights a week, and it was to train for the St. Patty's Day 5K here in Tulsa, which is a very iconic race too. And it's turned to be one of my favorite races because it was the first 5K I ever trained for. And I just fell in love with it after that. I was looking for, I didn't do a ton of races at first. I would just join just within the community, try to join in with some running clubs, really kind of it was a social thing too, because, and it still lives on to this day. My friends and I will get together, we'll go do a run, and then you go have your brunch and hang out a little bit afterwards and enjoy, the company and that socialization. And so it's
Right.
kind of become a routine where now we're looking for what are the favorite races that we want to do this year. We've got some that are iconic that we do every year as my group gets together. And so it's something that fuels me too, in that regard. I know when I need to run. I know when I need to move because my stress levels are high, or I'm just feeling that angst of I need to do something. There's something off. I
Yeah.
hit the pavement. I come back and I'm refreshed, and that was what I needed. And so it's just that constant reminder. And so that it just jazzes me. I really do. I do get a lot from movement, and it doesn't always have to be a run. It can be a walk. It could be putting on the ruck and just doing a quick, movement down the street or a yoga or a something. It's just the movement, honestly, that keeps me moving, and sane again. It keeps my mind in the right places.
Right. I feel like a lot of runners are like, it keeps me sane. It keeps me grounded. It keeps me, you know, from hurting other people or being rude to other people. I don't know.
Keeps my
That's funny.
marriage together, right?
Yes, there you go. There you go. So what, and you kind of hit on it earlier, maybe you did with the injury, but what's been one of your full transparency, like what's been one of your greatest challenges? Like what has been the hardest for you as far as this running journey that you're on?
Yeah. It is balancing regular life with my running habit. I like to do long distance running. So long distance running doesn't mean waking up and doing 13 miles, on race day. You've got to put in those training miles. You've got to put in the time, and it's finding that time. I've got two sons. One's grown, so I don't necessarily have to worry about him. But the one that's at home keeps me busy with sports. And I mentioned, we have cattle. We've got other activities that are going on. And it's how do I squeeze in time with my family and still get the training miles that I need, get the training time that I need. I often run alone just for the sake of time, because I got to squeeze in a run really quick. It may not be easy or feasible to run to Tulsa, get down on Riverside and meet up with some folks, especially being a little north of Tulsa. So I just find some pavement out here and hit the road. But it is time management, honestly. As I said, I'm kind of a planner, so I'm looking at the day before and identifying, when can I squeeze in this time? When can I make time for myself to get out there? And then lately, it's also that motivation of getting back into the routine of the running, of the movement,
Right
of
back where you
knowing that.
were.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And so it really is a struggle. I wake up early in the morning. Now it's getting cold, so I don't really have to do that. But summer months, you wake up before it gets too hot so you can get your run in. And so
Mhm.
it is a challenge to like, oh, I'm not going to be that fast. It's going to take me a very long time. So I have to make more time for myself to adjust for those things. And so yeah, absolutely, time in that mental thing that's up there. Just got to get that motivation back.
Yeah, that is so true. And I think it is the thing of like getting back, like getting back to where you were.
Yeah.
Um, so what would you, what advice, what encouragement, what tips, what tricks, what things would you say to a new runner, to somebody that's just getting into this and likes it and enjoys it and is starting to be in races and all that stuff? What would you say to them? What advice would you give?
Yeah, I think you have to believe in yourself and know what those goals are, and realize that um you meet yourself where you're at. You can find enjoyment. It's a love-hate relationship with running. Taking those first few steps and getting out there and building your endurance. It's not an easy journey, but the reward, that magic in the movement, that you feel afterwards, that runner's high, that all of that, it absolutely fuels you. And so I think it's recognizing what type of movement makes you happy as an individual, and trying to incorporate that in your life. Maybe it's also making it a part of a journey with your family or your friends and things like
Mhm.
that. That
Yeah,
social aspect, I think, helps along the way too, is kind of finding your tribe of those folks
right.
that like and have those same interests, because I think that makes the biggest difference too along the way, is um, showing up showing up for other people sometimes too. I know my girls and I will tease, like, well, what time are you going to be there? Who's all coming? And we do our little check of like who are we meeting up, and it's a promise to not just myself, but a promise to my friends that I'm coming along for the ride and that social aspect. But I just think if your heart is there and that's something that you'll enjoy it. You will enjoy it. It's just, again, it can be a love-hate relationship. Some mornings you don't necessarily love getting out the door, but then at the end of the day, you're like, I'm thankful that I did that already. I'm thankful that I checked that off my box and was able to accomplish that. And it is fulfilling. It is rewarding to see what you can achieve. And so I just say try it. I think try it out.
Right. Like I did that sort of thing. Like I was dreading it, but I did it and I got it done, like no matter what, right? And just feeling that like, proud of yourself in that moment. Um, and I love that you said like integrating your family maybe into it too. I think that would just be a bonus if you could, like getting your like because often I feel like we balance a lot, like try to balance, running and family as separate things. But if you can integrate them and get the two things together, then you just, kind of like kill two birds with one stone kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. You get that family time, but it's also rewarding with each other too. My boys from time to time they've done some races with me. I think they just like the bling, which is okay, whatever
Yeah.
motivates them to get out
Yeah,
there with me.
exactly. Right. I mean, I like the bling too. Listen,
I do too. I do
yes, yeah,
too. Yeah.
it's
There
nice.
ain't no shame.
Okay, so we're gonna shift gears.
Okay.
We're gonna do speedy run questions, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna set a timer. We are gonna take 1 minute. You have 1 minute to answer just random. These are just random, like running questions, like just silly. There's no just whatever pops into your head. Um,
Cool.
you don't win anything by getting all these questions correct in a minute. I'm
Dang.
sorry. But you get the satisfaction. You can wear that proudly. You can be like, I passed the speedy run test on real running conversations and, go really far in life with that. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I'm gonna start the timer. Okay. All right. So biggest running pet peeve. What you got?
Funny pet peeve.
Mhm.
Oof. Okay. Oh my gosh, these are super hard. Okay. I would say scratchy clothes. I I
Oh,
I gotta have like soft clothes.
okay. I haven't heard that one before. Nice. Let's see. Race day superstitions.
Super. Oh, you cannot wear your race day shirt for the race that you're about to do. You only get it. You only get to wear it after you've completed the race.
Right? Low key, I see people do that. And I'm like, you don't do this often, do you? Like, we don't do that.
Nope.
Anyways, I'm sorry. No, I mean, no shade at you if you do that.
No.
Okay, so most overrated piece of running gear.
Overrated piece of running gear. Um, I think it is. Oof, I don't know. I like my gadgets. I like all of them.
21,
Um,
21 seconds.
21 seconds.
Yep.
I'm gonna say some of those belts because there's so many things, so many pockets now in your pants and your clothes that I don't think you really need it.
Right? Alex Baker said that last on the last podcast. Yeah, I don't know. I've never worn those before, so I don't know. But okay, what's your go-to fuel on a run, on a long race?
I like Honey Stinger gels. They're my favorite. They taste so yummy. All of the flavors are really yummy, and it's good for my tummy. It doesn't give me any pains while I'm running, and I absorb it well. So
Okay, all right.
I love them.
Awesome. Okay, so you only have one run left in you. And I mean, this is like I mean, I thought about this when I was injured. I don't know. You only have one run left in you. Where do you do it? Is it a certain race? Like what state? Where are you at? You have one run and that's it. That's all you can do. You're finishing up. Like that's it. After that, you can't
Oh,
run anymore. Oh,
I'm
seven
gonna go to
seconds.
I'm gonna go to Hawaii.
Oh, nice. Little family
Mhm.
vacay? Little
Yeah, of
family
course.
vacay too?
I don't think my family would let me go to Hawaii for a race if I didn't take them with with
Right?
me.
Exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
probably true. All right. So, we didn't quite get through all of those, but it's okay. Listen, you still get an A for that. I mean,
Okay, thanks.
I give everybody A's though, so don't. Okay, so I want to know where or let people know where can they find you, where can they follow you? Are you
Okay.
on all socials, some socials, Instagram? Like where can they find you and what's your stuff? Where can they follow you at?
Yeah, so I'm primarily on Instagram as far as my race journey, and I'm on Beefy BBB. BBB is my initials, so that's why a lot of B names, but I only answer to a few of them. But but yeah, Beefy BBB is where you can find me on Instagram. I try to keep up with what I'm doing, my recovery journey, and just sharing a few things along the way. Some of my favorite products and things like that that I like to utilize and things like that. But yeah,
Right.
that's my primary area.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, hey, listen, I want to thank you so much, so much for doing this. I feel like it's awesome that you live like literally like in my like what, 10
We're
minutes? Probably
neighbors.
10 minutes. Yeah, we're neighbors practically, guys. We're
I'm
neighbors.
going to say that we have a connecting sidewalk now, pretty much. So we got
Do
to get
we?
serious. Yeah.
Is that over by the park?
Well, the whole Highway 20 is the sidewalk that goes straight into to
Oh, right,
Collinsville.
right, right. Okay, I know what we're talking about now. Yes, yes. Okay.
We're
All
gonna have
right.
to meet up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, I will say this, and no shade on Collinsville. I don't I don't so much like running at the park here in Collinsville. Uh,
It's very hilly.
so yeah, I mean, listen, love where we live, love everything else. Not a big fan of the park, so I do go to Owasso usually.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry to say
I hear you.
that.
I hear
Collins
you.
Williams, whatever you call them. All right. Well, hey, thanks so much for doing this, and I look forward to talking to you again. And you're just listen, like Godspeed to you, and you're just doing awesome. And keep recovering, keep at it, and hopefully, maybe I'll see you at Route 66.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for having me, Thomas.
All right, you're welcome. Have a great day.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Bye.